Like boys always freaks me out. All right, let's start with bucket filled and something good. The last day of April. There's gotta be lots of good things.
Supposed to be 70 all next week.
Oh, I love that. That's a good thing. That's a positive. What else? What else is good? What other bucket fills?
We have a bucket fill for Lydia because we're always in and out of the office so fast, and there's always a million things on our to-do list when we get to the office. And so when we ask her to do something, it's very like, have it done right now type of thing.
And she does the smile.
And she's always been so pleasant and
Love it.
accommodating, and I just wanted to.
We love Lydia. All right, what else? What else is good? Feels awkward. Nothing? You guys have nothing good? What about you? Oh, man. Where did we start? I had all of the children last night, till up our yard, we're putting new sod in, and they all did it.
Wow.
Like the hand, thing. I mean, they didn't do it without complaining, but that's all done. So we are ready for sod, this weekend. That's a huge positive, because I didn't do it by myself.
My amazing business partner has 2 clothing this week.
Nice. She's like, it's awesome. All right. Moving on then. Okay, so this is our May training calendar. So we have all Star Wars, by the way, for our movie nights. We do have a CE day on the 6th. That is 3.5.
Yeah.
So 3.5 credits. We have one in the morning, which is 1.5 from 11 to 12:30. And then we have the other one, which is 1 to 3, which is a 2 credit. I think if you guys read the email, Candy sent out an email with CE credits. The one that is in the morning is also the one that is virtual, correct? The solar panels, so they can't take both of them. In that email, you sent out a Heartland one.
Oh, yeah.
That was virtual on that Monday. And then, so don't sign up for the virtual one on Monday and then come to the class on Tuesday, is what I'm saying. So it's like the 5th and the 6th.
One or the other.
The other 2 are on the 6th. So there's 2 on the 6th. Just don't take the 2 on the 6th and the one on the Monday, which is
You
virtual.
click the links in the email.
Okay.
If you just scan the QR codes, you'll be all good. And then we are having lunch between the morning and the afternoon class. Not a lot of people have signed up yet. So if you guys are planning on going to DCE, could you please register this week so we can have an idea of what we need for lunch on Tuesday? I'd really hate it if like we have a full room and we only plan for a few people for lunch. That would be a bummer.
We will single you out if you didn't sign up and only those that signed up eat. Just kidding, people. Okay, and then we have Red Day. So we do have to sign up for Red Day. Do we know exactly what we'll be doing that day?
Yes, we will be sorting donations at their store. Great North Title is going to be providing lunch for us at noon. And so please do sign up for that. It sounds like they have a lot of different stuff for us to do there. But we all will be kind of at their store location.
Well, there are we doing shifts?
You can come for any part of that if you want. Yeah, but the sign up
The
would be
sign up is for full day.
for the full day from 8:30 to 2:30, lunch at noon.
Oh, and we do have Red Day t-shirts.
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot to bring them in here, but we have a whole box. So if you need them, they're at the front desk and they're $15.
Awesome.
On the Star Wars Friday, fun note, my son just got back from Japan from the Worldwide Star Wars Convention.
Oh, wow.
100,000 people.
100,000 people go to it?
Oh.
He said. Star Wars is still a highest grossing
Like movie or like series?
50 years in next, 2007.
That's awesome. We did that on purpose. Yeah, we knew that. We've got our commercial meeting on the 13th, 6 personal perspectives on the 13th. We have Taco Tuesday and Mastering the Net Sheet on the 20th. We have our R&R, which I think is TBD for location. Is that correct, Rick?
Yep.
And then we have another free virtual, which is negotiating offers, and that's on the 22nd, and that one is 2 credits, correct?
Yep.
So if you still do not have your CE done, these are all free credits, so make sure to sign up for them. Because June is just around the corner. Any questions around this? And please, please, please sign up for these classes, because again, if we have no one signed up, most likely we'll end up canceling the class, right? And then all of a sudden you show up and you're like, oops, I didn't know. And a lot of them have different food options. Make sure to sign up.
Cammy, what time is the meeting on the 22nd?
The virtual course, I believe it's 1 to 3 as well.
I think it is 1 to 3, yeah. Yep, 1 to 3.
And you'll obviously send out a link.
Yep. And there was an email yesterday with all of the links, correct?
Yep, and they're posted on our Facebook group, so you
Okay.
can find them there as well.
Going back.
Lydia, you're doing great.
Okay. So anyone that went, is this for even if you didn't go to the,
Yes, absolutely. If you did not go, which nobody from this office went.
so let's explain. So Leadership Academy is run by Jake Lewis. Jake Lewis is the operating principal of Edina as well as Elk River. There was a Leadership Academy, I think it was yesterday actually in Edina. And Rick is heading up the mastermind after that next Tuesday. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, so if you're not doing the CE, which is kind of a bummer, we're at the same time, but if you are organized like half the agents in the room who have their CE done, this is.
Yeah.
Fucking fill that funny joke.
So this has been incredibly helpful for my business, especially in the past couple of months. It's just been extraordinary. So we are gonna have a much smaller group. It's gonna be probably between 10 and 12 people or so, maybe 15. Right now we've got about 10 registered. And so that's gonna be something where it's like this team meeting, you guys. Like you shouldn't just come to the team meeting to get something from Kami, right? You should come to the team meeting and make sure that you're gonna bring something to the table, right? That's all the agents here have got something valuable to share, and that's what we're gonna do. One of the specific things we're gonna talk about, which I think is going to be super exciting, is what, and I'm sure a lot of people can, this will be familiar to you. So should we spend a lot of time doing a bunch of things nominally well, or, basically as a novice? Or should we find a way to narrow in onto the most important things and become an expert in those? And from a business standpoint, it's a significant difference, and it's a huge problem in real estate because so many people do so many things and trying to make it work and don't become an expert at any of them. So that's just one of the subject matters that we're going to cover. So it should be really fun. We'd love for you to come and join and bring something to the table. Be awesome.
And you would also like them to sign up. Is that correct?
Yeah, it'd be great. It makes it easier, if you sign up, but
Awesome. Cool. Any questions around that? All right. Bill Jones is tomorrow, and we do have one extra ticket right now. So if anyone is still interested in going, please, please, please let me know. I think we have 22 people in the office going. What? No. Oh, well, you now have the ticket, I guess. So it's tomorrow. It's at the JW Marriott. I believe it starts at 8:30. Is that correct? 8:30 to 12:30. They do still have some VIP tickets as well. Then it starts from 7 until about 4 o'clock. And then you get a little bit more time with Phil one-on-one or in small group setting. Any questions around that? I'm actually really excited about this. We get to have dinner with him tonight. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Okay, boat cruise. This starts tomorrow. It is a signed listing contract. Okay, so not only is this a signed listing contract that is dated May 1st to June 30th, right? You have to also put it into command, and then you press the submit button so that it can be withheld, put active, or coming soon. If you are a buyer's agent, you can refer a listing to your rainmaker or whoever else, right? And once that's signed, put into command and then submitted, you also get a ticket on the boat cruise. You guys have any questions around this?
I'm gonna cancel, relist everything.
That's what I was saying.
It has to be new, Tony, a new listing.
Signed after May, whatever.
That doesn't count. Any other questions besides that around it? The actual boat cruise is on July 16th. I think it's like 1 to 3, 1 to 4. It leaves from, Excelsior. I mean, there will be on the boat, in some capacity, we will not be providing it, but there usually is on the boat.
But not an agent. I service all of our listings, but.
If you're an admin for a team and your team gets a listing, you're good.
See, Lydia knows the answers to that question. You see me, it's like, I don't know. Any other questions that I don't know the answer to, but Lydia does? Okay, this is gonna sound really cheesy, but do you guys know the song I Saw the Sign by Ace of Base, right? Like
Yeah.
really old. It made me think of like, yesterday we did a class about mindset, right? Just go listen to the song and think about like the you that doesn't lead generate, right? And then the sign that you saw, and now you start lead generating. Just listen to it and you're gonna laugh out loud, because I did in my car this morning, or you're not, and you're gonna be like, she's really dumb. Either one, just do it. Any other questions? You're gonna laugh for sure, and then you're gonna text me. All right, I wanna see everyone on that boat. Like, I want us to end up going on it and being like, actually, we're at capacity and we need 2 boats. I don't know if that's a thing, but, I really do wanna see everyone get on it. And it's not even about going on the boat, you guys, it's about getting a listing, right? And that is by far the bigger reward than actually just going onto the boat. Would you guys agree? All right, next.
You sign up for these.
Oh, I was like, did we do these? I mean, like, we did these, right? Talk about that class. Do you want to say anything else around that class, Melanie? Kelly?
It'll be Brit.
Okay.
Both of them. There's gonna be 3 of us here.
There's gonna be 3 people teaching it. Awesome.
Yeah, so please register because we do have a question on there on where you are with your net sheet so that we can tailor the class correctly. So it doesn't matter if you've never done one or you have your own stuff. Yeah, either way, just let us know. We are going to go over how to complete one, some cool software that Great North sponsors. And yeah, it'll be fun.
And you'll know how to do this for your listing appointment for the listing you're gonna take to get on the boat.
Yes, and it is required. Net sheets are required on every listing. Required.
Correct. All right. Are we doing the play? Right, are we doing this right away?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so, you know, I get passionate sometimes, and sometimes it comes across as maybe aggressive, right? Some of you read my newsletter, some of you don't. This was the play that was in the newsletter. I do want to talk about that a little bit, right? So I usually send out 2 emails max a month. Usually it's something important that you guys need to do, or it's the newsletter, right? If you don't find value in the newsletter and you want other information, please let me know what that is, okay? Do not let me know what that is and then not open it, because who all opened up the email and read the email about multiple offers and the clauses and the phrases and the offer sheets that were provided in that? Who all did that? Raise your hand. I mean, I know who did because I actually looked. 171 of those emails were sent out to our office agents and admin. And this is not like a shame on you. I just want to make sure I'm providing the information in the ways that you guys need it, right? Everyone said, hey, it would be really helpful to get these clauses for multiple offers, for appraisal gaps, et cetera, right? Out of the 171 that were sent, 50% opened them, and 6 people, including myself, clicked on the information that I provided. That's okay. right? But that means that you didn't get the information that you had asked for, right? So if you do want that, please let me know how you would like to see that information. Because otherwise, I know for a fact, you will call up or you'll ask and say, hey, you said you were gonna send this out, or we don't know where to find this, right? And it's actually a PDF that you can download from that email. So if there's other information that you guys are desiring to help move your business along, please let me know. I am so open to, you know, comments, criticism, whatever it might be, so that you get what you need for your business. Is that fair? But I don't inundate your mailbox much. So just FYI, okay? But this was the play. So each month we've been doing one play, essentially, for you to take your business from 0 to whatever you would like, right? These are proven actual, like models and systems that the agent at the top here has done. He was actually on our international call, yesterday, I believe it was. No, Monday, talking about how this has, impacted his business. Take a wild guess on how many listings he took in Portland, this month so far. Take a guess. 5, okay, what else? 20? 51. So this particular agent took 51 listings. So you might look at this and you might say, oh, I don't know, I can't do that, or, you know, what is this guy actually selling? 51 listings in 1 month is what him and his team took. Okay, so he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it with a passion and a purpose. A lot of us are in this business. Why? Why are we in this business? Live question. To help people. Most common answer. Why else? Make a living. Make a living. Why else?
Don't know how to do anything else.
Okay, love that. You're like, we'll just see we'll see if we can do that. What else? Why are we in this business? To help people make money? Are those the 2 reasons why we're in this business? And most likely a lot of it is to make money, but we don't like to say that because that seems greedy, right? But sometimes when you make money, you can help people, right? That's what this entire play is. It's about making a difference. It's taking something that he felt like he was very passionate about. And he had, what did he say? $10 million or something like that. Do you remember what the number was? I mean, it was an astronomical number that he's given back to this particular, like fundraising type, nonprofit that he started. I mean, it was insane for one person, that he's built this throughout Portland, right? So what I'd like us to do today, and some of you are gonna say, I'm not gonna do it. That's okay. But I'd like you to take out a piece of paper, take out your phones, because I know you all have those, or your laptops. And he started with finding a mission, right? Or finding a passion. And I'd like you to take 2 minutes just to think about something that you're passionate about. And it doesn't have to be like anybody else's, right? You don't have to give back if you don't want to. It could be your own passion. It could be for your family. It can be anything, but I want you to take 2 minutes to really, truly think about something that you're passionate about and how you can turn that into your mission. And most of you probably have a mission statement for your business, right? And I know a lot of you give back, and this is perfect for the month of Red Day as well. So 2 minutes, and I'd love for you to write that down or type it. What you're passionate about, yep. And if you have this on your desk, it just kind of says, you know, you look inward to find out what you're passionate about. What subject brings emotion to you when you talk about it, right? I think we all have something that brings emotion that we feel, you know, was either a part of us, or it helped us in our life, or someone's affected by in our life. And this is all going to turn into something that's going to inspire you, right? Inspire you to do something larger than maybe what you're doing right now. And if you don't have anything that you're passionate about or charity that you like, My Venmo is @Amy Augustine. Just kidding. Reese's College Fund. All right, about 30 seconds. I think this one's good. Do you see me like eyeing it up? I think I do the other one away. I think. That was good. Okay. 5 seconds. What this means is we're gonna share. Who wants to start by sharing what they're passionate about or what their mission is? Maureen? Maureen, are you hearing
Okay,
me?
I'm sorry, I'm there. I had to unmute myself. I am really passionate about connecting people with rescue agencies to rescue dogs. And I'm going to be, I've actually had people reach out to me um, constantly, even more than real estate sometimes. And so I'm pairing up with Back Channel that's near my house this summer with another rescue. And I'm going to be sponsoring a big event to help more people find rescue dogs and foster and adopt. And I'm going to create some kind of slogan or something with my business and have like dog bandanas or something and something about finding home and finding them home at the same time.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. What else?
I got one. I have quarterly emails that I send out and I talk about, not only do you get to see what's going on in the market, but I want to update you on my kids and their sports. And I kind of said it jokingly, but I thought maybe pivoting from that, a way to give back to kids participating in youth sports or for kids in our community to participate in sports.
What else?
There's a website called iwproject.org. It's for people that have served either military, firefighters, cops, whatever, that have PTSD, mental health things. I mean, that has affected me personally. There's a lot of people that haven't tried to pretend like everything's okay. And
Yeah.
so that's something that I had to know.
Awesome. Awesome.
iwproject.org.
What else?
It's based in Minnesota.
I know you guys are passionate about it.
We've incorporated wealth building specifically for women into our business. We have a private Facebook group with 500 plus women.
What else? Right,
I passionate about it. I guess I call it adventure traveling with friends and family. Motorcycle trip, cheap trip, Boundary Waters, Florida. And it's, that second question you had, why, like what elicits some sort of emotion? And it's just reconnecting with nature, being out in nature around people that, that you care about.
okay. What else?
Something called a healing ministry and like deliverance.
Healing?
Ministry. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like helping people that have a strong option.
Okay. I don't even know what your name is in your participating, and I love this. I'm like, meet Alex, and he is new and is saying things. What else?
We have closing, we decide on what we make, and we ask our clients to pick one of 3 ministries that they want us to send money to.
Okay.
And one of them we do often is Feed My Starving Children.
Okay. What else? I know there's more in here, you guys. I know there is. I know there's things you're passionate about. What are you passionate about?
So I put down, as being a kind person and helping, people, basically smile and become more successful in their life, not necessarily in financial.
Okay. One more. Anyone else want to share theirs?
Very passionate to help people in cleaning and hopefully to get into a new home.
Okay, so if in this exercise, right, you were like, man, I'm really at a loss of like what I'm passionate about, and that can be a real thing, right? Like we get stuck in our lives sometimes where it's like you're just going and you're just working. To be fair, right? When I became a mom, I was like, man, what did I like to do before I mom? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who was I prior to that? Like, what did I enjoy, right? So, I mean, we kind of all like chuckle a little bit, but if it was tough to be like, man, what am I really passionate about? I would challenge you in the next week or two to truly write that down and maybe take a half hour and just kind of sit in it for a second and be like, what makes me happy? When I do this, what does put a smile on my face, right? If I'm in nature, do I feel at peace? Because that's a real place to be in. And I would say if you're in that place, you're probably either burnt out personally or professionally with something, right? And it can just take a few minutes. And whatever that passion is, to think about it, to write something to somebody about it, right? I think we always think of money, like we can only do something in regards to money. Most of these things, if you're connected with someone in any of these, even just a text message to someone, right, that you've met in a different charity or in a community, and just say, hey, I'm thinking about you today. It's gonna be 70 degrees for the next 5 days. I hope you enjoy the weather. And if we are truly in a business to help people and connect with people, this is a huge part of it. You've proven you don't want a cold call. Definitely don't want a doorknob. So you better find something. Right? And the easiest thing is can you give me 1 second? My child has called me like 8 times in a row, and I'm guessing this is an emergency. Just 1 moment.
Talk among yourselves.
Who's asking the question? What are the questions?
Wants and needs, new listings. That's what that, huh?
Okay,
She's back.
we're back.
All good?
No, but we're back. So that being said, right, she's going home, everything's gonna be fine. Her sister's taking her home. We're in this, right, to connect with humans. We're here to like do things, help them, right? Who are we helping if it's not these people or it's not random people we're meeting? Live question. Who are we calling? Who are we connecting with? Sphere. Most people don't even like calling their sphere, right? So that's awesome. Who else? Okay. The reason for these plays is it gives you an option to connect with multiple different kinds of people. If you don't like calling your sphere, you might not like door knocking. This is a whole new way to increase your business. Would you guys agree? Yeah? Okay, so take that passion, part of this, right? So you found your mission, you found your passion, you found what you care about, correct? Moving forward, it says pick the charity, right? So Maureen already has her charity picked out. Alex has his charity picked out, right? Maybe it's not a charity. Maybe it's you start a group, right? You guys said that you have a Facebook group that's 500 people. What would it look like if you took 10 people that you know that are interested in the exact same thing that you're interested in? Rick, what if it was like, hey, you know what? We're going to go travel together with, maybe it's not even your friends. You put together some trip and you meet new people. August, I'm randomly going sailing with people I have no idea who they are because they all like yoga. And I'm starting to like yoga. Right? But you put yourself into these scenarios and these situations of things that you want to do, right? I can guarantee you, I'm going to be the one that's like, I'm laying on my back the whole time, right? And they're going to be doing all this crazy stuff and I'll be like, teapot or whatever. Like, doesn't matter. It's going to be beautiful. But put yourself in situations of people that you want to meet or introduce into your life, right? Okay, so you pick your charity, you pick your group. Obviously, he's doing this for a reason, right? And this is where everyone kind of cringes a little bit and they're like, oh, it's salesy. I don't know if I can do this. So it's a MOFR, right? So customers love getting offers that they can respond to immediately. And the one that's on here, Nick created. Who wants to read that? That has it in front of them. This is an easy one here.
Which part do you want us to read?
When you sell your Portland home for cash.
When you sell your Portland home for cash to the Nick Shriver's real estate team, you will be helping to provide clothes, education, shelter, and protection for women and children in need all around the world. And you'll save the hassle of dealing with repairs, realtor fees, and other time-devouring aspects of dealing with traditional realtors. With the Shriver real estate agents, homeowners who are considering selling their Portland homes for cash can do so and contribute 10% of their home's worth to children in need all over the world.
Some people are gonna be like, I don't care, right? Some people won't, and we'll think that. And other people are gonna be like, wow, this guy and his team, right? If you got that in the mail versus all of the things that we send out, you should clean your gutters. You know, like it's springtime. I've done them all. I've done all of those postcards. This is different. And to the people that this hits home to, do you think that they're raving fans? some of us get kind of weirded out about what money we make. And we're like, oh, I think people think that we make too much money. The more money you make that you're giving back to something that matters and is helping for him, women and children, do you not think that that comes across amazing to people about what kind of person he is? Right? What are your first thoughts when you see that?
I think it's an excellent idea. What I've noticed over the years is that you actually have to be authentic and you actually have to care about people and you actually have to care about the charity that you're talking about. You can't just make it up so that you look like a good person and not a slick willy. You actually have to walk in integrity. And I think that if you walk in integrity and you truly care about the people you serve and you truly care about what you're giving money to, people will sense that and they will want to work with you because of who you are, not because of what you are.
Man, Clayton, I love that. Because this is so true, right? And sometimes we don't want to talk about that piece.
Two things really. So I love, Keller Williams, you know, you always hear, money is good for the good it can do. My friend Day just around the corner, and it's like so true, right? Like, what can we do to give back? I think that's one of the reasons we all love being part of Keller Williams, right? And like KW Cares and just seeing the impact of all of that. And secondly, the thought that came to my mind when we were listening to him speak was like, if he goes out to a listing appointment and this person has sat with a bunch of other realtors and they're all telling, you know, what we're going to do to your house and everything's giving, you know, everything is the same, right? But then he comes in and he says, and plus, when I sell your home, this is what I do to give back. And no one else is saying that. That definitely, me would be like really impactful, right? To say like, oh, wow, you're not only going to help me sell my house, but also this is the good that you're going to do. I want to be a part of that as opposed to everyone else who told me what they're going to do for my home. So I think it could be a really powerful thing. And it's really cool that he's out there doing it and in a big way.
Absolutely. And then if we go down to number 4 on this, right? So it even says like, put it up as a charity of their choice. If you're like, man, I don't feel passionate about one charity, or I feel passionate about 4, or you know what? I'm going to allow them to pick one that they feel passionate about. And when you put that out there, you get to have no judgment on whatever charity they are passionate about, right? But I think it's a totally different way to do business, right? And I think it's one where for them, you know, let's just look at this. It says, market it everywhere, right? Include a donation to the charity of their choice as their closing gift. Number 1, that is tax deductible. Okay, we all give all of these things that have, right, that most of the time you can't actually deduct. I think it's like $25 you can deduct unless there's like your name on it or whatever. And it's usually consumed. And they never think about it again. Right? Attend charity events in your community. Who's doing that now at a high level? Okay. Number 1, when you go to the charity events, you're putting yourself in rooms with people that you want to be in those rooms with, by the way. Like, if there is something you're passionate about and it's a $100 ticket or a $200 ticket, go by yourself and put yourself in that room and have conversation. Because those conversations at those charity events are always like, oh, tell me a little bit about yourself, right? And then you go into whatever. Post on social media. So Maureen just said people contact her more about rescuing sometimes than real estate. When she puts those 2 together, what do you think is going to happen?
People will think
Her
of
business
her.
is definitely gonna change. No matter where you're at, right? Because all of a sudden now you just expanded your network of people and they trust you already. Right? And it says, keep a running tracker of how much money has been raised for the charity of choice in your office, on your phone. And what would that look like? Hey, Q1, we donated blah, blah, blah to such and such. I don't know if you guys look at things that you post, right? But when you look at different things, there's some things that people always comment on. Always. Like you will see 55 comments on something, and it usually has to do with charities, animals, and children, or engagement. People really love it, right? You ever look at those posts? Like they have like 700 comments on some people's, and you're like, this person doesn't even post ever. I watch this because this is part of what I do, right? I watch what our agents are doing. I watch what other agents are doing. So a charity, and then also connecting that charity to it and tagging them in it is huge. Because now people are seeing your name with that charity. And then host an auction or invite people, right? So charities that I am passionate about, I invite people I care about to that. Because that's part of who I am. Right? I usually go to the Alzheimer's Gala each year. Every single year I have a table. And I either invite my clients, I invite other friends that have never actually been there. Because it's important to me. Bethany does it all the time. She invites me to the Mother's Day event, right? I look forward to that. And now I've talked to other people about that particular organization, right? Is anyone potentially going to put this into their business or upgrade what they're already doing with charity?
Better than buying them a bottle of wine, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna give them a closing gift, might as well do it for a good cause.
And I think we have to go back to think of what we just said, why we're in this business. Help people. And to what Colleen said, I would say, is that authentically why you're in this business? There's like a head yes. Right? Sometimes we just don't know how to do it. It's a great way to do it. Any questions? Why are you so quiet? I'm like, it's so strange.
Is your daughter okay? Did you say?
She paid it. She'll be fine. She's in the nurse's office. We're good. We're good. We're good. We'll take care of it after the meeting. Thank you, Brett. Are you ready?
By the way, I thought that was awesome.
Thank you.
It was quiet, but I think that's a fantastic idea and I love it.
And also, don't forget, we have someone coming up to present, but please, please, please don't forget that if you don't want emails with information, please tell me if you want like slideshows, you want me holding up, signs. How do you want information relayed to you that you're asking for? Okay, can you guys please tell me that? And if it's on the Facebook page, awesome, but that means you have to go on the Facebook page. If it's in a Google folder, you have to go into the Google folder. I do want you to get the information that you're requesting. I need to know how you would like to receive that information. And I mean that very, very, very honestly.
I don't know why I didn't see your email, so I'll go back.
And maybe it's going to junk, and if it is, I'd love to know that too, right? Because
I just want to make sure it comes to me next time. So this
Okay. Okay. It might, because like when it comes up in mine, it's like, is this person, do you know this person? Because
What day did you send
right?
that? What day did you
From
send?
you,
It's from me. Yeah.
Amy? I think when you first started using Flowdesk, it was going to my junk, but if you go through every contact individually and you opt them in, it shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to have an opt-in
I would
date.
also say though, 50% of you opened the email and did not look at any of the information that I put in there. So, love you all. And let's be real honest, like, here's the mirror, take a look, okay? For like a hot second. But truly, the information's in there. So when you need that, it's there. If you didn't look at it, go in there, download it, and you have the clauses in there, and you also have sample offers. Like, it's great information to use in the market right now. All right, your turn.
Well, I'm super excited to introduce today a new preferred vendor for our office, Murphy Bros, and they are here today to tell you guys a little bit about their company and how they can help you guys and also your clients. So we're gonna have Haley, and are you coming up, Haley? No, so just Jim and Lee are coming up, so welcome.
Appreciate you guys having us out. It's fun to see some familiar faces. Nate Stangler here with Jim Keschel from Murphy Brothers. We're a design build remodeling firm with a painting division. And so here to give you a little bit of. So who we are, multi-service design build remodeler, 43 years in the industry. And then we have a paint small jobs division that we've been running 30 years. It's a family-owned business, now moving into the second generation. Ben Murphy is taking over for his dad, John. Ben couldn't be here today because it truly is a family business. John and Sherry Murphy started the company 43 years ago. Ben, their oldest son, is taking over. Now they're all celebrating Sherry's retirement this past month, and so they're on a trip or a cruise literally as of 11 o'clock last night. They're on a plane over to Norway, all part of the Builders Club. So it's a really great company to be a part of. I know some of you, I had my own company for a number of years. So kind of needed another bigger, better lifeboat to jump in and connect with Murphy. It's a mission. This goes across all of our platforms, but to improve the lives of our clients. I heard, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. The last presenter was talking about, we're all trying to make everybody's lives better. You know, you guys are doing it by helping people find homes. We're doing it by trying to help them live in those homes. So we find it's a great partnership to be able to work with you. Our values, these go back to the core. Like I said, John established John and Sherry here on the left-hand side, but uncommon integrity, get it done with great care, and glad to see you mentality. So what we found is by working always in the best interest of our clients, by working so we can know that we're doing the right thing each and every time we're in somebody's home, we don't have to worry or compromise who we are. Whether that means we pick up our messes better than most folks on the remodeling and paint side, whether it means we do that extra little step just to make sure. I get to partner with Jim on a lot of my projects, so he's always telling me or reminding me, hey, Nate, if we're painting 3 walls, we should probably tackle that 4th wall, even though all the remodeling is over here, just to make sure everything's fresh. And the glad to see it, we find our clients tend to really like our employees. And kind of get sad when they have to leave, but don't make any good time. It's gotta end. How do we do that? We make things better, not just different. We treat clients the way we want to be treated in the deep and broad in-house talent pool. We're what we call design build consultants. So my experience of 20+ years in the remodeling industry, being able to tell somebody that, yes, that's a load-bearing wall, not just thinking it might be load-bearing or hearing stories of, why don't we just start running the Sawzall through it? We can come out on the design build side and help your potential clients. They're looking at that home and you want to figure out, how much is this remodel going to cost? What is it going to cost when it's all said and done to flip the kitchen, so that you know that if their price range is X plus, gets them into that home and can help them update their. So again, just things that we do. We basically tackle it all. If there's a question on anything, please let us know, but all of it's available: kitchens, bathrooms, additions, whole houses, garages, forecourts, custom homes, homeowners insurance. This was a flood damage that happened. See the before and after results. Exterior painting, this is more Jim's area, but if you need that fresh touch up, if you need something done to help get that home sold, whatever it might be, color consults, just a quick and easy, curb appeal, right? This primarily was just all exterior. You can talk more to it, but this was an exterior project. You can see we added the balances out front to give it a little bit more privacy at the front entrance. But truly, I think this is over in Golden Valley. Yeah, right. So
just total different curb appeal. Updating.
So whatever it is you need. The painting side, Jim's your main contact there. He gets everything done, but essentially everything you want done, Jim can handle from point of contact to the finishing. So you have one point of contact, you don't have to worry about you have to get in touch with the painters? Do you have to get in touch with the crews? Jim handles that for you, so that if you have a house you want to get flipped, freshen up for a listing appointment, photos, whatever it might be, he's gonna be your point of contact. Again, all the things that it says there, I don't need to read them to you, but, you know, you go ahead and speak to it.
Yeah, basically, so even if it's just a small project, repaint, we can provide you with a sales proposal within 1 day on site. Whether it's trying to sell the house or the new buyer wanting to update, interior, exterior cabinets. We also have a pre-finishing shop. We're opening a second. On the remodel end, if we work with a lot of cabinet builders, we have a lot of contacts on that end. I would be your main point of contact. I can put you in touch with a salesman, or we can meet. I also do color consults myself, and or on the design side, we have designers. I think that as well.
Areas we serve, we got you covered. We're kicking off new homes up in Princeton, where you go down to Inver Grove Heights, Hastings, Woodbury, into Hudson. We're licensed in Wisconsin. So if you have a home that you need touched on, don't hesitate to give us a call. We'll get out there for any reason, big or small, to help you guys out. Questions? We were told we get an hour, so.
What about your staffing and how deep your bench is for capacity?
Which side?
Both, actually.
Okay, on the new on their design remodel, the construction side, all lead carpenters, all project managers, design build consultants, we're all Murphy employees, Murphy staff, even our designers. The trades, of course, are the trades, right? So electricians, plumbers, drywallers are subcontracted out. But even the painters are own Murphy Brothers employees, all the way through cabinet shops. Yeah,
So I have a staff of painters, but I also have access to a lot of sub crews. So as far as lead time and, you know, just getting jobs done, capacity, it's pretty much endless. I have a handful of subs I've been working with for no less than 10 years that I trust, and they have an army of guys.
Our company's up to about 53 employees now. That includes, payroll, HR, everybody at, our Blaine headquarters is the main location. We have a Chanhassen satellite office over by Paisley Park. That was SAS Construction years ago. Murphy Brothers bought SAS back in 2014. Kept Ivan SAS on as an employee, which is kind of nice. Ivan's one of those carpenters that, again, likes to be in the home. People like him, don't want him to leave. We have to remind Ivan there's a bid on this project, so you have to leave. But if that helps you out, once we're on a job, we're on a job. We have the ability to control the labor force. So we don't, like Jim said, it's on until it's finished. One question, really?
You're really talkative today, just in case you were wondering. Don't worry, it's not you.
Talkative, come on.
I had the same, kind of along those same lines, but getting more point, I guess, like half the time was last. Smaller crew, for example.
Yeah. I think that's why I keep a lot of in-house guys for that very reason. It's easier to take an employee, throw them at those smaller projects, touch up, just trying to get a home ready to sell. We do a lot of that already.
We have our home services and remodeling division too, which is kind of like a handyman service. We kind of call it the client for life. So that once you get in, if those cabinet drawers are shifting and not working years down the road, the door's not fixed. So those last minute things are great to give us a call, because generally speaking, the way we roll our projects is, yes, we try to keep the staff busy, but there's always time where now we're at rough end stage for plumbing and mechanicals. And so this crew is sitting or waiting for the next call. So.
Your service that's just the design, that you could come up with like a presentation that we could include with one of our listings if we don't want to actually, seller doesn't want to complete the work, but we are proposing what it could look like to the new buyers.
We do, that's not a free thing, unfortunately, that would be more, that'd be like jumping into our design build, we call it two-phase programming, right? So we do a phase one, which is that data intake, kind of collect things. Now, that's different than if you call me out and say, hey, come look at this house and tell us it's gonna be $30,000 for a bathroom, whatever. But I wanna see what it looks like, then we have to kind of get the design agreement going. But then it is plans that, you know, would work. Some specs out, just depending if people are doing Cambria or Silestone, is it subway tile, whatever it is. Speaking of which, if you're talking to your clients, tell them start ordering materials, because we are seeing now finally catch up to the tariffs and price increases as soon as tomorrow. So just a fair heads up to you on some of those things, especially the bathroom fixtures. But yes, we do have a design approach that you can just do design. If you wanted to shop that, that's where we feel our design approach helps, because we try to get that peace of mind that actually says, here's what's happening. So if you're taking it out and comparing against the PVC contractors, you know what you're looking at. You guys just want the crumble cookies?
We always want food.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I would say, grab a card, put my contact in there. Any questions, I'll always answer, whether it be colors or what should we do with this to sell it. I'm always around.
Sometimes he'll even do it for you, as of last Saturday. I'm out at a client's house, so.
Curious what the cost of that exterior update was that you shared. The example of. your mother.
I would have to really dig back in the memory banks for that one.
Okay.
It was under 6 figures.
Perfect.
Zero to 100 grand.
Any other questions? All right, well,
Thank
thank
you.
you. I don't feel as bad because you guys didn't want to talk with them either, so. About it. All right, let's do one. Not just me. Let's do wants and needs. Do we have some new listings, buyer needs? What do we got?
I have a 2-bed, 2-bath townhome coming on the market for this weekend. It's in Chaska, listed at 400,000. Main level, lake view, there's a cute little walking path. Got a outdoor pool. It's a swanky place.
Hey. Love it. What else?
Orno, 3 acres, was remodeled in 2013, $1,000,005, 5-bed, 5. Got a large foundation size, like close to 3,000 square feet, 4,000 total. Tiny little basement, pool, really nice. And then I got one in Long Lake coming up, somewhere around 715-ish. It also has a pool. I think it's 4-bed, 3-bath, probably 3,300 square feet. All brand new siding, brand new roof, couple of new windows. $1,000,005.
We have 13 that are active or withheld, so I'll put that in the email, just because they're all over and all price points all over the city. But, 2 that I want to highlight, we have one in Prior Lake that's on 11 acres. They've done about 50,000 in recent updates. It's almost, 6,000 square feet, 7-bed, 5-bath, 3-car. There is a kitchenette in the basement, so great for multi-generational. That's on at 1.3. And then we are hosting a broker open in a couple weeks on the 13th that we would love all of your feedback on our Eden Prairie listing. That's a 5-bed, 5-bath, 3-car, just under 6,000 square feet. Obviously Eden Prairie schools, and it's at 1.1. So we'd love to see you there.
We went, new construction in Wayzata, right in downtown, walkable to 6 Smith. Primary on the main and, the garage. And it'll be like 3 million. And then, one in 53rd and Kellogg and Edina. That's about 5,000 square feet. That'll be happening.
Maureen has one.
Green.
I have an off-market in West Tonka School District, Sunnybrook. It's a Charles Cudd, 2005, 5 bedrooms. The backyard is mostly a pond, so it would have to be someone who didn't want a lot of yard space in the backyard.
Awesome.
Got one other one coming up this summer. I don't know exactly what time, be either probably July, August. It's 2 parcels, 13 or 14 acres. Guessing it'll be around $1.1 million, $1.2 million. There are 2 houses on it. West Thomas area.
All right, on any of the wants, needs, fire needs, please get to Lydia by 2. She will send those out. Otherwise, have an awesome day.
Thank you.